Life is not something that begins when you finally get the job you want, buy the house you dream of, or reach the goals you're chasing. Life is happening right now, in this very moment. Too often, people put happiness on hold, thinking it will come once circumstances change or when something big happens. But the truth is, the only time you truly have is now. If you do not learn to enjoy every minute of your life as it unfolds, you will spend your days waiting for a future that may never look the way you imagine. Every single day, you are given moments that will never return. The sunrise that paints the sky, the laughter of a loved one, the small victories you achieve, even the challenges that teach you to grow. These are all treasures, yet so many let them slip by unnoticed because they are too busy thinking about what's next. Don't let life become a waiting room where you sit hoping for happiness to walk in. Happiness is not a destination. It's a choice you make in the present moment. When you wake up in the morning, you have two options: to complain about what's missing or to celebrate what you already have. Gratitude transforms ordinary minutes into extraordinary ones. You may not have everything you want, but you have enough right now to smile, to breathe, to be alive. And that alone is a gift worth celebrating. Happiness doesn't come from things outside of you. It comes from the way you see life. Stop chasing perfection. Stop saying, I'll be happy when I earn more, when I lose weight, when I move somewhere else. That mindset will trap you in an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. Learn to say, I am happy now, I am grateful now, I am enough now. This doesn't mean you stop striving for better. It means you refuse to sacrifice your present peace for a future promise. The joy of life is found not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Your life is made up of minutes, millions of them strung together. How you spend those minutes is how you spend your life. If you constantly waste them worrying, regretting, or comparing yourself to others, then your life will feel empty. But if you spend them laughing, loving, appreciating, and growing, then your life will feel full no matter what you achieve. Learn to slow down, to notice, to savor the little details. That is where happiness hides, inside the moments you're living right now. Don't wait for tomorrow to live. Don't wait for the perfect season, the perfect partner, or the perfect opportunity. Life is short, unpredictable, and fragile. All you truly own is this moment. And if you choose joy now, your entire life becomes a masterpiece of happiness. So enjoy every minute, because those minutes are your life. Be happy now, because there is no better time. Happiness is not something that arrives at your doorstep in the future. It is something that exists in this very moment. Too many people fall into the trap of believing that life begins only when they finally reach their goals, achieve their dreams, or acquire the things they desire. But this way of thinking steals the joy from the present. Life is happening now, and if you keep postponing happiness until everything is perfect, you will miss the beauty of the moments right in front of you. The truth is, the present moment is the only time you truly have control over. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is not promised, and today is where life unfolds. To wait for happiness to come later is to waste the only real opportunity you have to live. When you learn to ground yourself in the present, you start noticing the things that truly matter. The warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of laughter around you, the peace of breathing deeply and being alive. All of these are gifts, but many people ignore them because they are too focused on chasing what's next. Happiness slips away when you constantly think about the past or worry about the future. The mind wants to rush ahead, but the heart knows that peace and joy are always found in the now. By shifting your focus to the present, you open your eyes to treasures you once overlooked. Think about how often people say, I'll be happy when I graduate, when I get married, when I earn more money, when I move somewhere else. The danger of this mindset is that it keeps you trapped in a cycle of waiting. Once you achieve one thing, your mind quickly attaches happiness to another future goal. And while goals are important, they should not rob you of appreciating the process of life as it unfolds. The reality is, happiness is not a destination you arrive at. It is a decision you make every single day. You decide whether to smile at the little victories, to find joy in the journey, to live fully in the moment. Living in the present also teaches you resilience. Life will not always go as planned, and challenges are inevitable. But if you can find joy, even in the small details of difficult days, you will discover a strength that many overlook. The present moment may not always feel easy, but it always carries something valuable to notice and appreciate. Whether it's a lesson to be learned, an opportunity to grow, or simply the fact that you are alive and capable of moving forward, there is always something worth holding on to with gratitude. Every minute is precious, and once it passes, it will never return. The choice you make and how to spend it defines the quality of your life. If you waste minutes dwelling on regrets or postponing joy for a future that may never look the way you imagine, you lose the chance to experience the richness of life now. But when you choose to embrace the present moment with happiness, even imperfect as it may be, you unlock the true meaning of living. Gratitude has the power to transform the way you see your life. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. Too often, people fall into the trap of constantly chasing more money, more success, more possessions, believing that only then will they feel complete. But happiness is not found in the endless pursuit of what you don't yet have. It is discovered in recognizing the blessings that are already around you. Gratitude turns an ordinary day into something extraordinary because it changes how you interpret your experiences. When you begin to truly appreciate the little things, you discover that joy was never far away. It was waiting inside the moments you overlooked. Think about the simple things we often take for granted. The ability to breathe without effort, the comfort of a safe place to sleep, the taste of food, the sound of someone calling your name, the chance to wake up and try again. These are not small gifts. They are the foundation of life itself. Yet many people overlook them because they seem so common. Gratitude teaches you to slow down, to notice, to value these everyday moments. When you stop to acknowledge them, your perspective changes. You realize how much you already possess. And in that realization, a deep sense of happiness emerges. Gratitude also acts as a shield against negativity. Life is not perfect and challenges will always come. But when you make gratitude a daily practice, you develop the ability to focus on what is still good, even when things go wrong. For example, when facing a setback, gratitude shifts your thoughts from I failed to I learned. When dealing with loss, gratitude helps you hold on to the love, memories, and lessons that remain. This does not erase pain, but it prevents pain from blinding you to the beauty that still exists. In this way, gratitude strengthens your resilience and helps you carry happiness with you through every season of life. It is also important to recognize that gratitude is not passive. It is an active choice. Every morning you have the option to complain about what's missing or to appreciate what's already there. Choosing gratitude means you decide to see the good even when it's small. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. Soon you'll find yourself feeling joy over moments you once ignored. The kindness of a stranger, the smile of a friend, the beauty of nature, or the simple silence of peace. Gratitude multiplies happiness because it opens your eyes to the abundance surrounding you. The truth is, gratitude is the doorway to lasting joy. External achievements can bring temporary satisfaction, but gratitude ensures that your happiness is not dependent on circumstances. By cultivating appreciation for the present, you carry joy with you everywhere you go. And when you live with gratitude, every moment, no matter how ordinary, becomes a reason to be happy. One of the greatest mistakes people make is postponing their happiness. They live with the mindset that joy will arrive someday in the future, when they earn more money, when they find the right partner, when they get the promotion, or when life finally looks the way they want it to. But this way of thinking is a trap, because once one milestone is reached, the mind quickly attaches happiness to the next goal. It becomes an endless cycle of I'll be happy when, and as a result, true joy is constantly delayed. Life slips away while people wait for the perfect moment that never seems to come. The reality is, happiness is not something that magically appears once conditions are perfect. Life will never be without challenges, struggles, or imperfections. If you keep postponing happiness until everything aligns, you will wait forever. The truth is, happiness must be claimed in the present moment, regardless of circumstances. You have to decide that your joy is not conditional. It doesn't depend on a future achievement, but rather on your ability to appreciate the here and now. You don't need to wait for life to be flawless in order to feel joy. You need to create joy in the middle of your journey. Many people believe that their external circumstances hold the key to happiness, but studies and life experiences prove otherwise. There are people with wealth, fame, and success who still feel unfulfilled, and there are others with very little who radiate peace and contentment. The difference lies in perspective. Those who have learned to say, "I am happy now with what I have and who I am," live more fulfilled lives than those who are constantly waiting for the next achievement to validate their worth. By letting go of the someday mentality, you free yourself to live fully today. Happiness that is postponed always feels just out of reach, like chasing the horizon. You may move closer, but the horizon keeps moving too. But when you stop chasing and start embracing the present, you realize that you already carry everything you need to feel happy. You can smile at your progress instead of criticizing how far you have left to go. You can celebrate small wins instead of waiting for massive breakthroughs. You can enjoy the process of becoming instead of believing joy only exists at the destination. The power lies in making a conscious decision. Happiness is not something you wait for, it is something you choose. When you wake up each morning, you can either postpone your joy until life looks perfect, or you can claim it now and live with gratitude, peace, and presence. By refusing to delay happiness, you break free from the cycle of waiting and step into a life that feels fulfilling in every season. And when you choose to be happy now, you discover that joy was never missing. It was always within you, waiting to be lived. Life is often measured by milestones, graduations, promotions, weddings, achievements, and big moments that people look forward to. While these moments are beautiful and worth celebrating, they are only a small fraction of what life truly is. The bulk of our existence is made up of small, everyday moments that may seem ordinary but carry the true essence of happiness. If you wait only for the big events to feel joy, you will miss the richness that comes from the countless little experiences that quietly shape your life. Think about a shared laugh with a friend, the comfort of a warm cup of tea, the way music lifts your spirit, or the peace of sitting under the night sky. These are not grand, headline-worthy experiences, but they are the building blocks of a joyful life. Every day presents countless opportunities to experience happiness, yet many people overlook them because they are too focused on chasing something bigger. By learning to recognize and savor these small moments, you open yourself up to a continuous flow of joy rather than waiting for rare, monumental occasions. When people tie happiness only to big achievements, they unknowingly limit themselves. Big achievements don't happen every day, and even when they do, the excitement eventually fades, leaving you hungry for the next milestone. But when you train yourself to appreciate the journey, the small steps, the simple pleasures, the daily growth, you create a steady rhythm of happiness that doesn't depend on rare events. For example, instead of waiting for the day you land your dream job to feel fulfilled, you can find joy in learning new skills, in the people you meet along the way, and in the small progress you make each day. The truth is, the little things often end up meaning the most when you look back. Years from now, you may not vividly remember the award you received or the exact details of a big event, but you will remember the warmth of family dinners, the late night talks with friends, the moments of kindness, and the quiet times of peace. These are the moments that build connection, meaning, and fulfillment. They may not always look impressive to others, but they are what make life worth living. By shifting your perspective, you begin to see the beauty in the seemingly ordinary. A walk in the park becomes a chance to breathe and notice nature. A conversation becomes a moment to connect and understand. Even challenges, when seen through the right lens, become opportunities to learn and grow. Every day offers small doses of joy that, when collected, create a life overflowing with meaning. The big moments are like fireworks, dazzling but brief, while the small moments are like the stars, constant, steady, and always there if you take the time to notice. Learning to enjoy the small details of life allows you to live fully, not just occasionally. Instead of waiting for happiness to arrive once in a while, you cultivate it daily in the ordinary flow of time. And in doing so, you discover that the true richness of life was never in the big moments alone, but in the countless little ones that quietly shape your journey. A major factor that determines how much joy you experience in life is the mindset you carry. Many people live with a scarcity mindset, constantly focused on what they lack. They compare themselves to others, measure their worth by what they don't yet have, and convince themselves that happiness will only come when they finally fill the gaps. This way of thinking drains energy, creates dissatisfaction, and blinds them to the abundance that already surrounds them. The shift from scarcity to abundance is one of the most powerful changes a person can make, because it allows you to stop living in a constant state of not enough and start experiencing the fullness of life as it is. An abundance mindset doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect or ignoring the struggles you face. It means choosing to see what is present instead of obsessing over what is missing. For example, instead of saying, I don't have enough money to be happy, you shift to, I am grateful for what I have and I am open to creating more. Instead of thinking, I'll never be good enough, you say, I am growing, improving, and learning every day. This small change in language and perspective creates a ripple effect. Suddenly your life feels richer, not because circumstances have drastically changed, but because your focus has shifted to what you already possess. When you embrace abundance, opportunities begin to appear where you once only saw limitations. Gratitude and abundance go hand in hand, because the more you appreciate what you have, the more you realize how much life is already offering you. It could be relationships that bring you support, talents you've been gifted with, or even challenges that are shaping your strength. A scarcity mindset keeps you blind to these treasures, but abundance allows you to see them clearly. This new perspective not only enhances happiness, but also fuels motivation, because you approach life from a place of possibility rather than lack. Scarcity often breeds jealousy, envy, and comparison, while abundance nurtures contentment, peace, and generosity. When you feel abundant, you stop comparing your journey to someone else's, because you know there is enough room in life for everyone to thrive. You stop holding back love, kindness, and joy, because you no longer fear running out. Instead, you live with an open heart, sharing what you have and attracting even more in return. The shift from scarcity to abundance doesn't just change how you feel about your own life. It also transforms your relationships, your work, and the way you experience the world. Living with abundance is about training your mind to focus on what's available and possible. It is about waking up each day and recognizing that even if everything isn't perfect, you still have countless reasons to smile, countless opportunities to grow, and countless blessings surrounding you. When you shift to abundance, you begin to understand that happiness isn't something you're chasing. It's something you cultivate by embracing the richness that's already here. Perfection is one of the biggest illusions that steals joy from people's lives. Many believe that they can only be happy once everything falls into place. The perfect job, the perfect body, the perfect relationship, or the perfect life situation. But perfection does not exist, and waiting for it only leads to disappointment. Life is full of flaws, challenges, and unexpected turns, yet it is within those very imperfections that the true beauty of existence lies. Choosing joy in the midst of imperfection is a powerful decision, because it allows you to live fully without waiting for conditions that may never arrive. When you chase perfection, you set yourself up for endless frustration. Even when you achieve something that feels close to perfect, the satisfaction is short-lived, and soon the mind points out what is still missing. This creates a cycle where happiness is always just out of reach. But when you shift your perspective and learn to embrace imperfection, you free yourself from unrealistic expectations. You begin to see that the cracks and flaws in life are not signs of failure. They are proof that you are growing, evolving, and experiencing what it means to be human. Choosing joy in imperfection also means appreciating yourself as you are right now. Too often, people are their own harshest critics. They constantly judge their appearance, their progress, or their abilities, believing they must fix themselves before they deserve to be happy. But happiness does not come from becoming flawless. It comes from accepting yourself with love and compassion. You can still strive to grow, but you don't need to delay joy until you reach some imagined version of better. The ability to look in the mirror, acknowledge your imperfections, and still smile is one of the greatest acts of strength. Life's imperfections also add depth and meaning to your journey. Without
Angus, you would never know resilience. Without mistakes, you would never learn wisdom. Without failures, you would never appreciate growth. Every setback carries a lesson, and every flaw carries a hidden gift. By finding joy in these moments, you stop resenting the struggles and start embracing them as part of what makes your life uniquely yours. Imperfection teaches you to slow down, to find gratitude in progress, and to celebrate the messy, unpredictable beauty of your path. There is also a freedom that comes with choosing joy in imperfection. You stop waiting for ideal circumstances to start living. You stop comparing yourself to others who appear to have it all together. Instead, you focus on creating moments of happiness with what you already have. Joy is not found in a perfect world. It is found in how you respond to the world as it is. By embracing imperfection, you give yourself permission to enjoy the laughter, love, and lessons that unfold along the way. And in doing so, you discover that happiness was never about reaching perfection. It was about choosing joy in the journey with all its ups and downs.